What if I told you that one of Turkish television's most beloved on-screen couples almost never happened because the leading man walked away from the project twice? The story you're about to hear reveals how a chance conversation in a corridor changed everything, leading to one of the most talked about partnerships in Turkish entertainment history. This is the untold story of Baris Arduc and Elcin Sangu. Before we dive deep into this journey, let me take you back to a moment that nobody saw coming. Picture this. Istanbul, 2015. A production company is desperately trying to cast their new romantic comedy series. They have their female lead locked in. Elcin Sangu, rising star, known for her captivating presence and undeniable talent. But finding her match proves nearly impossible. Actor after actor is considered. Screen tests are conducted. Chemistry reads fall flat. And then someone mentions a name that seems unlikely. Baris Arduc, an actor known more for intense dramatic roles than romantic comedies. But here's where it gets interesting, and this detail will surprise you. Baris initially said no. Not once, but twice. He didn't see himself in a romantic comedy. His career trajectory was pointed in a completely different direction. He had built his reputation on complex, serious characters. The idea of playing a charming, light-hearted romantic lead felt like a step backward to him. The producers were running out of options. Time was ticking. Production dates were set. And their perfect leading man had just walked away for the second time. Now, what happened next sounds like something out of a screenplay itself. According to reports from the production team, it was an unexpected encounter that changed everything. Baris and Elcin crossed paths at the production office, a casual meeting that wasn't planned or orchestrated. They started talking. Just a simple conversation between two professionals. But something shifted in that exchange. Those who witnessed it later described an immediate ease between them, a natural rhythm to their interaction that you simply cannot manufacture. After that conversation, Baris reconsidered. He didn't just reconsider, he completely changed his mind. Within days, he signed on for Kiralık Ask, which translates to love for rent. The decision would transform both of their careers in ways neither could have predicted. But let me take you back further, because to understand this story, you need to understand where each of them came from. Elcin Sangu was born in Izmir in 1985. Her journey to acting wasn't a childhood dream, but rather a path she discovered later in life. She studied at Mersin University, and her entry into the entertainment world came through modeling and hosting work. Her acting debut came in 2011, and she steadily built her career with roles in various television series. By 2015, she had proven herself as a capable actress, but she hadn't yet had that breakout role that would make her a household name across Turkey and beyond. Baris Arduc, born in Switzerland in 1987, had a different trajectory entirely. He moved to Turkey for his education, studying at Kocaeli University. His path to acting came through theater, giving him a strong foundation in the craft. He made his television debut in 2011, the same year as Elcin, but his roles tended toward the darker, more dramatic spectrum. He was respected in the industry, recognized for his talent, but like Elcin, he was still searching for that defining project. Neither of them knew that Kiralik Ask would be exactly that. When production began in June 2015, something remarkable started happening on set. The crew noticed it first. The chemistry that had sparked in that initial conversation wasn't a fluke. It translated onto the screen with an intensity that surprised everyone, including the show's creators. Their characters, Defne and Omer, were written as opposites who clash and eventually fall in love. But what Baris and Elcin brought to these roles elevated the material beyond what was on the page. Here's something most people don't know about those early filming days. The director made an unusual decision. He started giving Baris and Elcin more freedom to improvise, to find moments within scenes that weren't scripted. This created an authenticity in their interactions that audiences immediately connected with. The way they looked at each other, the timing of their reactions, the subtle touches that conveyed unspoken emotions, these weren't always choreographed. They were two actors so in sync that they could play off each other instinctively. When Kiralik Ask premiered in June 2015, the response was immediate and overwhelming. Social media exploded with reactions. Viewers weren't just watching a romantic comedy, they were investing in Defne and Omer's relationship as if they were real people. The show's ratings climbed steadily. But more significantly, Baris and Elcin became the subject of intense public fascination. And this is where the line between fiction and reality started to blur for the audience. Fans began scrutinizing every interview, every behind-the-scenes photo, every public appearance. They were searching for signs that the on-screen romance had spilled into real life. The question on everyone's mind was simple: were Baris and Elcin actually together? The speculation became so intense that it often overshadowed the show itself. Both actors handled this attention with remarkable professionalism. In interviews, they consistently emphasized their respect and friendship for each other. They spoke about the trust required to create believable on-screen intimacy. They praised each other's work ethic and talent. But they maintained firm boundaries around their personal lives. Elcin, in one particularly candid interview from that period, addressed the speculation directly. She explained that the chemistry viewers saw was a testament to their work as actors, not evidence of a real romance. She described Baris as a dear friend and an exceptional scene partner, someone she trusted completely. But she also gently pushed back against the assumption that on-screen chemistry must equal off-screen romance. Baris echoed these sentiments in his own interviews. He spoke about the unique bond that forms between actors when they spend months portraying characters in love. He acknowledged the closeness he and Elcin shared, but framed it within the context of their professional collaboration. Yet, the rumors persisted. And here's why they had such staying power. The pair's interactions outside of their characters were genuinely warm. Photos from the set showed them laughing together between takes, engaged in deep conversations, comfortable in each other's presence. At award shows and promotional events, they displayed an ease with each other that suggested real affection. They weren't performing closeness, it appeared genuine. Industry insiders from that time period have shared various perspectives. Some crew members believed there was more to the relationship than either actor admitted publicly. Others insisted it was purely professional, just two people who happened to work exceptionally well together. The truth is that only Baris and Elcin know what their relationship truly was during those Kiralik Ask years. What we do know with certainty is how the show impacted both of their careers. Kiralik Ask ran for 2 seasons, concluding in January 2017. Over those 69 episodes, it became one of the most successful Turkish romantic comedies of the decade. It sold to over 90 countries, introducing international audiences to both actors. Baris and Elcin went from respected actors to major stars. Their social media followings exploded. Brands wanted them for endorsements. Scripts piled up with offers for new projects. But success of this magnitude comes with complications. Both actors faced the challenge of being so strongly identified with their Kiralik Ask characters. Would audiences accept them in different roles? Could they break free from the Defne and Omer shadow? And, perhaps more pressingly, would the public obsession with their supposed real-life romance ever subside? After Kiralik Ask ended, both Baris and Elcin made strategic career choices. They deliberately took on projects that were dramatically different from the romantic comedy that made them famous. Baris returned to more intense dramatic roles, showing the range that had drawn him to acting in the first place. Elcin chose diverse projects that challenged her as a performer. They also, notably, have not worked together again since Kiralik Ask concluded. This fact has fueled another wave of speculation over the years. Why haven't they reunited for another project? Surely producers would pay handsomely to recreate that magic. The ratings would be guaranteed. Fans have been vocal in their desire to see Baris and Elcin together on screen again. Some industry observers suggest it's a smart career move. By not repeating the formula, both actors protect themselves from being typecast. They expand their range and prove they can succeed outside of that partnership. Others whisper about different reasons, suggesting perhaps the intensity of the public scrutiny during Kiralik Ask made both actors wary of repeating the experience. When your every glance at a co-star is analyzed for romantic subtext, when your professional relationship is constantly dissected by millions of strangers, that takes a toll. In the years since Kiralık Ask, both Baris and Elcin have been linked to other people romantically. Baris married actress Gupsozi in 2022, a relationship he has been open about. Elcin has maintained more privacy around her personal life, but has been connected to various individuals through tabloid reporting, though she rarely confirms or denies such stories. The marriage of Baris to someone other than Elcin finally seemed to answer the question fans had been asking for years. They were not secretly in love. They were not harboring hidden feelings. They were colleagues and friends whose professional chemistry created something magical on screen, but whose personal lives followed separate paths. Yet even now, years after their collaboration ended, the fascination endures. Videos of their Kiralik Ask scenes still circulate on social media, racking up millions of views. Fan pages dedicated to the pair remain active. Comment sections fill with people expressing nostalgia for the show and hope for a reunion project. The impact of what Baris and Elcin created together has a longevity that exceeds the show's actual run. What is it about their partnership that continues to resonate so deeply? Part of it is certainly nostalgia. For many viewers, Kiralik Ask represents a specific time in their lives, and Baris and Elcin are forever connected to those memories. The show provided comfort, laughter, and romance during whatever personal circumstances viewers were experiencing. That creates a powerful emotional attachment. But there's something more at play here. In an age of manufactured celebrity relationships and publicity stunts, what Baris and Elcin had appeared refreshingly authentic. Whether their closeness was purely professional friendship or something more complex, it read as genuine. They weren't trying to convince anyone of anything. They simply showed up, did remarkable work, and let audiences draw their own conclusions. There's also the element of mystery. Because neither actor has ever definitively detailed the exact nature of their relationship during those years, there remains space for imagination. In our current culture, where celebrities often overshare every detail of their lives, Baris and Elcin's privacy feels almost radical. They've maintained boundaries, protected something sacred, and in doing so, kept the intrigue alive. Looking at their careers now, it's clear that Kiralik Ask was a turning point for both, but not a limitation. Baris has continued to build an impressive body of work in Turkish television and film. His choices show an actor committed to his craft, willing to take risks and unafraid to subvert audience expectations. His personal happiness with Gupsozi adds another dimension to his public persona, showing fans the real-life romance they once imagined he had with Elcin actually exists with someone else. Elcin has been similarly strategic in her career moves. She's taken on roles that showcase different facets of her talent, proving she's far more than just a romantic comedy actress. She's maintained a level of privacy that's rare for someone of her fame, choosing what to share and what to keep for herself. This discretion has earned her respect within the industry and a fan base that, while curious, largely honors her boundaries. The story of Baris Arduc Elcin Sangu is ultimately about the strange alchemy that happens when two talented people come together at exactly the right moment. It's about how a conversation in a corridor can change the trajectory of careers. It's about the magic of on-screen chemistry and why audiences become so invested in fictional relationships. It's about the price of fame and the challenge of maintaining privacy in the public eye. But perhaps most importantly, it's a reminder that not every story needs to fit the narrative we want it to. Fans desperately wanted Baris and Elcin to be a real-life couple. The fairy tale ending would have been for them to fall in love, get married, and live happily ever after. That didn't happen, and that's okay. What they created together as artists has value and meaning separate from romantic fulfillment. They gave audiences around the world hours of entertainment, laughter, and emotional connection. They showed what's possible when two actors trust each other completely and commit fully to their craft. They handled intense public scrutiny with grace and professionalism. And they've both continued to grow and evolve in their careers, proving that one successful collaboration, no matter how iconic, doesn't define an entire life's work. The relationship between Baris Arduc and Elcin Sangu, whatever its exact nature was or is, stands as one of the most compelling partnerships in recent Turkish television history. It sparked conversations, launched careers into new stratospheres, and created a legacy that endures long after the final episode aired. And maybe that's the most beautiful part of the story. Not the will they won't they speculation, not the rumors and theories, but the undeniable fact that two people came together, created something extraordinary, and in doing so, touched millions of lives across the world. That unexpected conversation in a corridor led to something neither Baris nor Elcin could have predicted. It led to a partnership that transcended a television show. It led to a connection, professional and personal in whatever measure, that produced unforgettable work. It led to a beautiful relationship, even if not the romantic one fans imagined. Sometimes the most beautiful relationships are the ones we don't fully understand, the ones that exist in their own category, defying simple labels. The relationship between Baris Arduc and Elcin Sangu is exactly that. It's unique, it's theirs, and it's given the world something truly special. If this story moved you, if you've been a fan of Kiralik Ask, or if you're just discovering Baris and Elcin for the first time, share your thoughts in the comments below. What did their on-screen partnership mean to you? Do you hope they'll work together again someday? And make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the stories behind your favorite on-screen couples. The relationships we see on television often have fascinating real-life stories behind them, and we're here to explore them all with the depth and respect they deserve.